Fade me in, baby.
Okay.
Hey, so I just before I knew you were wanting and you put your hand on my leg, but you put your hand on my leg and I got this really strong urge to pray.
Okay. You
So
want to do it right now?
yeah.
Okay. Let's bow our heads.
Okay. Grab your hand, please. Put your hand on my leg. Thank you. Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening and we thank you for the amazing extra time that we got with our kids this week. We thank you for being with them as they stepped off into a new school year, into a new school with new friends and new situations. We thank you for the amazing teachers that have been placed in their lives, and may each one of those teachers be the teachers for them this year. We thank you for the opportunities for our oldest, Lord, for everything that she's been blessed with to be able to potentially graduate this year, God. We thank you for that. We thank you for the continued support for our relationship. Thank you for allowing us to have the tight knit foundation that we have for each other, Lord. Thank you for just the mindset clarity that you've given both of us, that it's not us against each other, it's us against the problem. Thank you for the availability to take the youngest baby to the doctor this week, God. Thank you for giving us the energy to make it through that sickness and just that fog, Lord. Thank you for lifting it and allowing Miles to start to feel better, God. And thank you for the antibiotics that are healing him and just the turnaround that he's getting and the new milestones that he's reaching and crossing, God. Thank you. Thank you for the community and the support that we've gotten. Thank you for the new ideas. And just thank you for the renewed energy and mindset that we've got to keep pressing forward and to keep going, God. And it wouldn't be possible without you. We just want to come together, Lord, in our relationship and before you, and just thank you for all the opportunities and all the blessings that we've been able to receive, and to not forget to praise you even when we're stressed and scared. Lord, we just come together and before you and just say thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Good job, honey.
Thank you.
So that was not planned.
No, I just felt it.
And it's never planned.
What's never planned?
Prayer.
No.
Nor maybe there's sometimes that it should be. So I don't want to say nor should it be.
There are some people who have dedicated Bible time and prayer time and seeking of the Lord. Absolutely.
So I don't want to say what I almost said, so glad I didn't say it. But yeah. And whenever you said milestone, I'm like, a play on our son's word or name.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Yeah. That'd have been funny to name him Miles Stone. That'd have been funny.
All right. So as we've moved back into us and not reading off topics, or even so starting with the topic and then going into our spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing tonight?
I was actually, before we went live, I was looking through our 2 topic lists that we've got. One is basically abusive relationship survivor stuff, and then the other one is like blended families type situations and relationship stuff. And I was looking through both of those, just trying to gather just a mindset of what we should be with. Where are we at? What's going on? Did you notice I moved the camera forward more and I like it?
You do?
Mm-hmm. Did you notice it did?
Yeah, I didn't notice it was not behind the light pole.
Yeah. I, does that
Even your camera, you move forward. I saw you do that yesterday.
I moved yours as well.
Well, let's just see here. Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Hmm.
Because if you sit up straight, it's going to cut part of your head off.
Probably. But I'm normally I like yours.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Mm-mm. But I'm normally this
In your corner.
in my corner. So
In this corner, we have
right, girl.
spice. And in this corner, we have ice.
You're not ice. No, I took a nice long shower today, so I don't have makeup on or anything because I washed my hair,
She did the full shower.
the full shower. Yeah, you ladies know what I'm talking about. You know, like you exfoliate and you shave, you wash your hair, and you do the skincare routine. I was like, I'm not putting makeup on, but my hair is air dried. I think this week's gonna be hard for me.
Why is that?
A quiet home.
There will still be plenty of busy stuff for us to do and get done.
I know.
And we have a whole lot of shit to do this week to get prepared for the following.
We can't fuck around this week. Like we just can't. We can't be sick. We can't be tired. We've got to get out of bed and get going. Both of us. There's no laying in bed. There's no I'm tired. It just can't happen.
Yep.
Because we not only that, but I like was looking at the calendar. I was like, I even need to put a day on the calendar to deep clean the house because I am not going to have my house semi clean and have someone come and stay. Like that's just not who I am. I don't like that. I want and to that, when I leave and come home, I don't like coming home to a dirty home.
Yeah.
So, and I know that the house will be
Do we leave this week?
No, we leave next week. But I know that like next Sunday, I think it'll be my deep clean of the house day. Um,
I'm confused.
we don't leave this week, leave next week. This something.
Oh, never mind. I'm not confused anymore. Something clicked.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh. You put the ask out there and you got a response.
Did I?
My girlfriend and I just did this topic on a podcast once. Maybe you could do it better.
Interesting. What's the topic?
I don't. um, all right. Swinging versus monogamy.
Okay. Sure, we can dive into that.
First of all, before we dive into this,
Okay.
I would like to read the description in which to give context on. Yeah. So, Matt and Kevin sit down with their significant others for what is sure to be an off the rails conversation that will definitely challenge the way you think about life and relationships, touching on pros and cons of swinging versus monogamy, as well as the perceptions and realities of each.
Okay. Well, I don't think that we're going to be able to take your, you know, I don't think we're going to be able to take your perspective. And I kind of feel like
Well, and we don't have another couple to bounce off of. And they're
figuratively or
both ways, because I feel like maybe these people are the people of the pineapples.
Maybe that was funny.
Sometimes you got to add a little humor.
Yeah.
But whenever I first read it, I read it as Matt and Kevin were the couple. So I'm glad I read the entire thing out loud
I'm glad you did too. I agree.
to understand that Matt and Kevin are not the couple
Yeah.
that are talking about swinging and monogamy. Because there's a whole nother spin on that one.
Yeah. I don't know. Are we just going to dive off into the topic now? Like we're done.
Whatever.
We're done like shooting the shit. Okay. Before we get too far, I want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. Right now we're at 140 subscribers and I want to thank you guys so much. Today is what day are we on?
This will be 7.
Day number 7 of 100. So welcome. This is forcing us to make 100 days of consistent content and
We're only 7 in.
7 in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So, um, it'll be cool to do.
I don't say that lightly, that we're only 7 in.
Oh, I know. No, 7 I mean, that's 700 minutes of content. Because there's days where we've had less and there's days where we've had more. So I'm pretty sure we're at the average of 700 minutes of content.
At least, yes.
Yeah. On top of all the content that we're shooting individually.
And
So,
the lives and the other content throughout the day, and
yeah.
yeah.
So, cool. Um,
So, let's dive.
my Red Bull's over there.
You ready to dive in? Like, dive into monogamy? Or do you want to dive into what?
I am a jealous person, so I don't think I could I don't think I'd be very good at mm,
Listen, I'm going to sum this up real quick and we'll jump into a different topic. We don't share. I'm not going to let somebody sit in the corner and watch. It's just not going to happen.
no. But you know what? You know what I would
In
be
the same instance, like if we were at a pool party and just for shits and grins here, if we're at a pool party and you hit on my woman, probably going to knock you the fuck out. So there's that.
yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you're bringing this up as an idea to her. She might be the one that knocks you the fuck out.
Yeah. Here's what I was gonna say is I wouldn't mind actually like opening the podcast up to talking with someone who that is their belief. Like I'm interested and you know how my brain works. Like I'm interested in learning why people think or do like they do. Like I really am curious about and I see what you're talking about there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So I am curious about like I would be willing to sit down and have a conversation with you and be like, "Hey, why do you feel more fulfilled this way? Like what led you here?" Like those are the types of conversations that I would enjoy having.
And how long have you been in this relationship?
Yeah, how long have you been practicing this way of relationship and just
What relationship number are you on?
yeah, just all kinds of questions. But my sum it up for this topic is it's not for me, but I am very curious about the people that it is for. And not even, I guess, very curious, but I'm open minded to have that conversation with you and understand your thought process on your dynamic that you've got going on. It's not for me. I am a jealous person. I don't think that I could open a relationship. And if that's what you're doing, I'd consider that dating. I don't consider that a relationship. You are openly dating and the person that you're with is also okay with dating. Like you're
I don't think that they see it that way
that's how I see it.
because it's literally for them a way of life.
Yeah.
And
I was just talking about
because
like if I was in that position, it's how it would
yeah,
be.
because it's a way of life for them. It's not a dating thing. It's very I know people that do this that are married.
Why do you think they do this?
So, I'm gonna offend some people.
Uh-oh.
What else is new, right?
True story.
Okay. Why do people do this? I don't believe it's so much the woman as it is the man that is bored with what he's got,
Okay.
and he is the one either pitching or having the third party pitch it to the woman. Whether it's another man or another woman, either way, I think it's easier for the woman if it's another man to say yes
Yeah.
than it is for the woman to say yes to another woman.
Yeah.
Either way, I still believe that it is, and I don't know the statistics on this, but I would venture to believe that that is how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah. I
Do you think otherwise?
I don't know how these topics and conversations come up. I mean, to
Well, what's
me,
your perspective?
um, I believe it's probably equal. I think it's probably equal. Like,
See,
I'm gonna date multiple, or we're gonna have an open relationship, or whatever. Like, I think it's equal. Like, I think if you put all the masses together, it's probably equal that the woman's like, I don't want to have sex with you anymore. Well, and it's the how
oh,
is that even a conversation? Like,
well, and so maybe their foundation's built on that.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. But to me,
I
it's
find it very hard to build. I I personally would find it very hard to build a foundation on those morals
yeah.
and
So do
beliefs.
you don't have the urge to like go out and mate with like hundreds of women?
No, I'm good. Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. I wouldn't be surprised if you said the other way either. Like, yeah, you know me, I don't like no, like
Listen, if you're in a toxic relationship, this is probably a common thing.
wanting to go out and mate with others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
At the same time, there could be foundational things that are set up in a way or form that allow this type of relationship to potentially work.
Yeah.
In my mind and in my viewpoint, I don't think so.
No, not for you?
Not in our relationship would it work for me if you came to me on the front side of our relationship while we were setting all of the things up. And it's somewhat like a business structure, right?
Yeah.
Setting up a relationship.
Yeah.
So you put all these things on the table and expectations of what really you want, right?
Yeah.
And that would have to be something that comes up. Just like when we were talking, you and I both had a lot of the same core values
Mhm.
and a lot of the same perspective on life.
Mhm.
And there may be people that can do that.
Mhm.
I think that is a small amount of people. Again, I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know either.
But for my stretch of the imagination for this particular topic, I'm going to go with I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I do know several married couples that do practice this, which
I would feel so
I don't know if it was, and I would be interested to know now that we're having this conversation if this was a foundational topic.
or if it came up later,
Yeah.
or if it was like, "Hey, um,
Hey,
I'm
old,
bored."
old Bob's gonna sit in the corner and watch tonight. Okay, you good with that?
There are clubs that you can go to and have sex openly, and they will like, you can
Yeah, there are.
just go sit and watch other people have sex in person. Weird.
Yeah,
It's weird to me. So, I really don't know how much more to dissect that topic, besides actually having somebody come in and, like, talk to us about their beliefs.
I don't want to dissect any of it. Might be more germs than I can handle.
You guys, he is the biggest germaphobe. The baby didn't even touch anything at the trampoline park, and you put
Other
hand
than people.
you put hand
You put
sanitizer
it in people's hands.
him.
The baby you
Mhm.
put in other people's hands
Mhm.
that we do not even know. And yeah. And then the children that were playing in the trampoline park all of a sudden wanted to touch the baby. No. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe him down.
Yeah,
I don't enjoy being sick.
I don't either. But I mean, you have to be sick to boost your immunity, though. Boost your immune system.
Do you?
I think you do.
Okay. You gonna get a flu shot?
No.
That boosts your immunity, doesn't it?
They say it can, but I also believe it doesn't. And I think that vaccinations, everybody reacts differently to different vaccinations.
Mm.
Personal opinion.
Is that like a PO?
Yeah.
Can I get paid for that?
No.
I can't get paid on that PO.
Mm-mm.
What? Damn.
Damn what?
Okay. So what's the next one? Since we're done dissecting
We're only 21
the
minutes in.
monogamous, I think we've already hit on some of that, anyways, in a previous podcast.
Yeah, I think so too.
You want to talk about you want to talk about some of the content we made today?
Sure. I'll let you start.
But you started.
Oh, I got my feelings hurt. And I didn't understand why I got my feelings hurt because I didn't understand the text message that came through. And you sent a text message because like we were so scattered this morning. Like we had touched on like several different things, and then like when I followed through with one of the things that we talked about, you didn't realize I was following through with one of the things that we talked about, and then I got this long ass message from you like, and I was like, why are you telling me what you're doing for me? You never do this. I don't understand.
It wasn't what I was doing for you. It was what I was doing. You asked a question in a video form.
Mhm.
You didn't ask, "What are you doing for me?"
Mhm.
You asked a question, "What are you doing?"
Mhm.
And I gave you a response.
Yeah, but your response was, I got to go back through all these damn videos. Oh
We'll get
goodness.
into what the videos are about in a minute.
Doing things for you. Period. Like I know I say that with like a little bit more aggression, but that's how I read it. I read it with aggression. So I don't appreciate text messages for that. Doing things for you, getting you coffee, Red Bull, water, making you your favorite pork belly dinner, making the children do their chores, getting our home somewhat ready for this week, taking the trash out, putting the rest of the items in the kitchen away from the Dollar General run, cleaning my portion of the bathroom. And I'm reading this how I read it in my head. And then my side of the bed, checking what we need from the store, all paper products, laundry detergent with Son's food, not a ton like usual, some refrigerator stuff.
Some food.
Yeah, some refrigerator stuff. We have a lot of frozen stuff still and vegetables, and being told what I need to buy by the middle child and hoping to drop off I don't know what that means.
Package.
Oh, no, I'm not going to explore that.
Like,
Oh, you needed to take a poop.
yeah.
Mm. So, but I sent a video because we had talked about creating this new type of content where in our text messages, we would normally ask a question via text, but instead asking our questions via short form video. So we take a 10-second or less clip. And then what I did was after these things went back and forth, I put them together in a reel. And so people are able to see what our text messages are with our tone and our face and back. And this shit's hitting. Like it's hitting good.
It's decent
It is decent
so far.
so
That's
far.
better than what has been.
Yeah. And so it's actually been hitting pretty good. But yeah, we've just been back and forthing like our communications, and instead of memes or text messages or words, it's video clips. We literally reply with video clips, and then like one of my favorite ones today was the I don't want to go to work. That one. That one's posted if
So
anybody
you'll have
wants.
to go and
Yeah.
watch these shorts in order to understand what we're talking about right now. Which, if you're watching this, you're already on our channel.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to go watch shorts.
No.
So go check them out. They're pretty funny.
Yeah.
And you did a really good job.
Thanks. My editing skills are getting better because I have to download all of these and then edit them
You
together.
can't even tell the cuts on any of them. Do you want to fix your camera?
Mm.
Or do you want to leave it?
I was going to say I have to walk in front of yours, but I can walk around.
Maybe. So, yeah. So we're video texting each other back and forth. And it was actually kind of comical, which is the reason why I think it gained so much traction. Is because, one, she did a really good job fading it all together. Two, it was pretty damn funny. Eh, and and I was topless
Yeah.
because it's hotter than crap outside and we live in Texas. So um even one part she's like, put your nipple in it a little bit.
I did. I was like, that's what makes it even better is that your boob is out. And then you were like, not only did you angled it like this way and I could see your nipple, like you even made sure that like the side shot, your nipple was pointing directly at the smoker. So when I got your video reply back, I was like, I love you, babe. I was proud of you. I was like, I like it.
A lot of, and I don't know if we've told this story or not, but so all these guys be sliding into her DMs,
They nasty, okay?
and when they do, boy, I get a hold of that phone, and then I be delivering a picture back
Yeah. Or I'll just walk up to you and like lift your shirt and snap a picture of your nipple.
or my butthole.
I've never taken a picture of your butthole.
I might have.
Okay. I don't need to see your butthole.
Well, they do.
Mm.
They gonna get a. They might like that. Maybe I need to not do that.
Yeah.
Maybe they like hairy buttholes.
You know what you should do is you should take a screenshot of the Nair video and send that one.
Well, this is me in my undercarriage.
Just Nairing away tonight. Send the snapshot of the before and after when he does the side by side. That's what you should do.
Well, this is where we're at. And now this is where we're at.
Mm-hmm. This is where we started. Started.
And all I did was wipe.
Oh my heavens!
Don't go watch the video.
Don't. It's not worth it.
It's awful.
I have a hair appointment this week.
You do that at some point.
Yeah. Oh, and then we have our
So much stuff to do this week.
I'm looking
And
forward
then
to
we have
it.
what?
I was gonna say we've got a social media conference we're attending. That's a big thing that's happening.
That's this week too.
That is this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff.
Looking forward to it, though.
Yeah. And guess what else is coming up? Do you know? It's one of my favorite times of year. Other than,
Are you talking about dove hunting season?
yeah, it's the beginning of hunting season
Yep.
in general.
Yeah.
Not just dove. It's just the beginning of hunting season in general. For some reason, I got a feeling you don't like this
Like what?
hunting season.
You sound super out of breath.
I'm very nasally.
Yeah.
Why am I cut between two photos? Okay,
I don't know. Check my camera and see if it's any better.
it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, my posture needs to be better. Look how much better that looks.
You get one of those things that wraps around your shoulders and pulls your
My
shoulders
shoulders
back.
back. Yeah.
Why don't you like hunting season?
Oh, I don't mind hunting season.
I want to take you with me to the blind.
That's only because you want to have sex in the blind.
No. It's a very, hang on. It's a very intimate place for not sex. There is something to be said about sitting there for hours
Mm-hmm.
and watching the wildlife, whether you shoot anything or not, just watching Mother Nature and everything happen around you.
As long as I can take my crochet stuff, I'll be fine. I can't sit
How are you
still.
going to watch?
I can't sit. That's so. Like, I could do it for a little while. I'm there for you. I can do it for just a little bit. I don't mind being in your presence or allowing, like, if that's what you need from me. But to
I don't need it. I
sit
just
there,
would
you want
like
it?
for
Yeah,
you to attend.
I will try. I will try. But I know my attention level. And right now, I'm just like, damn. How long do I got to sit still? I can't leave. I have to sit there. What's
Okay, so I'll take a camera as well.
okay? And I'm gonna just be like, okay, there's a bird. There's a bird. There's a bunny. What kind of bird is that? I don't know. I can't look it up
Might have
right
been
now.
a dead bunny.
Yeah, okay. What's over there? Wonder how many
Coyote.
how many bugs are in the corner. Do they spray these very often? Like, that's the kind of shit that I'm gonna be. And then that's gonna last maybe 20 minutes, maybe, and then I'm gonna be like, how close is Target? Can I get a coffee?
There's no
Like,
target, and the only coffee that you're going to get is going to be the one that you boil over a campfire.
which is fine. I don't mind that at all, and I will actually probably bring my French press because a French press makes really, really good coffee
Yeah.
for camping. It's probably one of my best favorite ways to make coffee because you can boil water and then pour
This
that
one
into
doesn't
the
mind
French press.
camping,
No,
but is going to have a short attention span in a deer blind.
yeah, ow, ow, ow.
Well, then it could lead to some other things.
Like what?
What you would
I'm gonna be so bored.
Yeah, but that could take several hours of your time up.
Listen,
Linda.
listen. There is not a female in this world that wants to have sex for hours. Okay. No, no,
You don't enjoy
no.
that?
Like, not like, no, no.
Huh.
You reach sex for like the 4 hour mark, and it's like,
I'm not talking about 4 hours.
you said hours,
That's
2 hours, 1 hour.
1, 2. That 2 being hours.
Yeah.
So 2 hours is too long.
Sometimes. Are you talking like 2 hours of complete full banging time? Or are you talking like what are we talking about here?
Full banging time. Full bang time. That's what I'm gonna call this one, the Bang Out series.
What? Why are you
Well,
looking at me
you're gonna
like
have to tell
that?
me what we're talking about here. What is too much of what? That way I can set a fucking timer next time.
No, I'm just saying, like, majority of the time, like, 2 hours of complete friction time, like, that's probably too much. But, like, 2 hours of, like, the full event, like, from, like, warm up to end time, that's probably not a bad thing. 2
Mm,
hours is a really good, romantic, intimate amount of time. But if you're talking, like, 2 hours, like I said, of bang time, like, that's that's too much.
yeah, but you know me, and in order for me to go, you have to go first.
Mhm.
And ultimately, it depends on how long you're gonna last to time out how long I'm going to last.
Yeah.
So, what if it takes you an hour and a half?
When has it ever?
Hmm. But I'm like, no, not yet.
You keep going any further and I'm gonna make you trash this recording
Why?
because 'cause I'm not comfortable.
Okay. We could have just said that. All right. So anyway, back to the deer stand.
I think I love hunting for you. I love hunting season. I love that it fills your soul. I love that it does lots of things for you. I love that it clears your mind. I love that it makes you feel like a provider. I love that it allows you to feel your primal instincts as a man. I love all of that for
I
you.
love the disappearing of cell service
Yes.
because out there is no service.
Yeah.
And I'm not hunting out of a wooden box deer blind.
No, I know you're not. What I also love is that it gives me
These
time.
are
Listen, what I love is that it gives me time at home with my kids independently.
okay.
I love that. I love because it's freedom for us to have a dance. Not that you bar any of this down. It's just that, like, the kids even look forward to it. Like, they like just like when mom leaves and dad's in charge, dad runs a different ship. When dad leaves and mom's in charge, mom runs a different ship. Like, it's a different vibe and feeling, and I like to nurture that with them and allow that feeling for them. And so I like having them at home when you go, and we get to just do our own thing. Like, whether it's going to the store or making arts and crafts or painting, or we have a dance party, or we have a huge sleepover, or whatever it is, like, they look forward to those moments just as much as you look forward to going out and hunting. And so that allows me to pour into our kids and connect with them on the level of which I need. And they need that. They need that mom relationship and those mom moments. And you being away and dedicated to what you're doing in that moment allows me to be able to do that. And I'm grateful for those moments. And because I look at them in a positive manner and not a manner of burden, which a lot of wives do. Hunting season is a huge burden to a lot of wives. Um,
Well, and
I
I'll
I
say
look at that
this
differently.
for some of those wives. I don't well, and there's some wives that eat it up and enjoy it and want to be with their spouse
And and
for that.
there are times that I do want that. I do wanna be with you. I'm I'm
But
not
the
saying
other
otherwise.
version of that is they're expected to show up, to cook, to clean after everybody, and that's the part they don't like about hunting season is, "Okay, shit, hunting season's here. I have to go with my husband to go do this shit that I fucking despise because I have to clean up after all of him and his drunk friends and all of their bullshit. I have to
Been
listen
there.
to all of their bullshit.
Been there, and you hear
I
the
have to listen
same
to the
drunk
drama.
stories
Well,
every time.
not even that. It's then I have to listen to the drama from the other women that are there.
Oh my god,
And then
yes.
I don't
And
care to
you
be friends with any of these other
no,
fucking
and
women,
you
and
don't ever
I'm
see
not
them.
friends with them outside of this shit.
No, you're not.
We don't live anywhere near each other.
No. And so you have to go put on this, like, fake ass, "I'm here and I support my husband
At
and
the
my
same
husband's the
time,
best
there
thing
are deer
ever."
camps. Like I just said,
Yeah,
there are women that are dedicated to hunting as well, and they love the sport just as much as the man does. And it is their family activity. So the husband goes, the wives go, the kids go. It is a full on family activity for the entire family. And there are deer camps where it is full family deer camps.
yeah.
And it is a full scene where, there's a lot of things that are taught. A lot of fundamentals are taught. There's a lot of living off the land that's taught to your kids that I believe are some core values that your kids should freaking know,
Agreed.
honestly.
I agree.
I think your kids should know that, hey, yes, we sacrificed an animal's life. We are now going to clean it. We may not process the meat. We take it to the processor. We'll have it processed, but we're going to gut it.
Yeah.
We're going to pack it with ice. We're going to skin it. And then if it's a trophy, which majority of the time they're trophies
You
to
keep something.
every degree, they're a trophy, right?
Yeah.
You took its life to a certain degree, whether it's depending on what type of animal it is, right? So there's different types of hunting at the deer lease.
Yeah.
And you could be out deer hunting, and then the nightlife is all right. We're gonna go shoot coyotes and pigs all night, and yeah, you don't take coyotes and pigs anywhere but to the bait field for more coyotes,
And more pigs.
and you just bait them.
Yeah.
And that's just a whole nother part of being at deer camp because, to be quite honest, the beginning of deer season in Texas is hot as shit,
Yeah.
and there's not a whole lot of movement
Mm-mm.
until it starts cooling off. So
Yeah,
really,
it's
the
usually not until, like, the first I would say the 1st or 2nd weekend in November does it usually get chilly enough that people start getting what it is they were stalking or
yeah,
what they were seeing on the deer cams and everything
but it
else.
it takes that time of the beginning of hunting season being dove season to start going out, filling feeders, filling things up, checking your cameras, maybe moving up your setup, moving stuff around, cleaning stuff up, getting ready for actual deer season because that's what we look forward to as guys that are on a deer lease. That's just what we look forward to. And so that setup of all of those things, are you here?
I'm here. I just was getting somebody's um, podcast idea.
Oh,
There's a lot of it that some people look forward to and that
but
you look forward to.
there's a whole lot of setup to that.
Hmm.
So you're filling stuff up. You're going out there every weekend. You're doing this, and then you're teaching your kids this is the process that it takes to get to here.
Hmm.
You've got to make sure your fences are up around your feeders so that the pigs aren't going in there. You're going and shooting hogs off around the property that you hunt around. And there's all of the management part of doing all of these things. And yeah, you're still paying for being on somebody else's property to hunt on.
Yeah.
But I love this time of year. It means it's about to get cold or cooler. Get me out of hell, please. I'm tired of this Texas heat.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of
Rain
a shower
today.
today.
Cooled off. Oh my gosh, it felt so I kept going
Would
outside because it just felt so
would have been
good.
a great night for a walk, and I was kind of hoping we were going to get one, but We didn't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We did not get a walk in this evening, but
But yeah, I'm stoked for hunting season. I don't have a place picked out for deer hunting,
this will
nor do
be
I know.
this will be our this will be our first active hunting season together. Not first hunting season, but like our first active season together because last season you weren't active.
I went dove hunting. I just wasn't really into it. The entire season of dove hunting.
Mm-mm. Or even deer, like you didn't.
I didn't deer hunt last year at all, and that was the first year that I haven't deer hunted in, I don't know, probably 5 consecutive years in a row.
Hmm. Are you gonna be mad at me when I'm like, I don't want to go?
No, because I'll still go.
Okay, I want you to go. I'm not mad that you're going. Like,
I know.
go.
We've talked about it. I
There's
know you're
no
not mad.
resentment here. Like,
I know
by
you're not
all
mad.
means.
And I was even telling you earlier, I've got to go across town 2 days out of the month. And on those days, I've got to spend 2 hours
Mm,
doing something. So I found a place close enough where yeah, a shotgun will just live in my back seat.
yeah,
And Max will be traveling with me on those days.
think he'll do good.
Yeah, he did really good. His first time out,
Yeah,
he did really good.
think he's gonna remember.
This, I think he'll remember the gunshots. I'm going to have to, if I'm really active with him this year, I think he'll really progress
Yeah,
because he's not so much
a puppy.
puppy.
Yeah,
But
he's still under the age of
I
2,
do need
so
to hit up a Bass Pro and get him some protective gear. I need to get him a thick collar,
yeah,
for
reflective.
sure.
Yeah,
Well, just the thick collar, like the wide
yeah,
collar,
yeah,
um, because I want to even take him duck hunting as well.
yeah.
And when they're in the water, this has happened to a buddy of mine, and if he's watching this, he's going to cry.
Oh,
Um, talking about this story because somebody almost killed his dog
aw.
while they were duck hunting. It was dark. When you get out and you're going duck hunting, you usually get out. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. You're setting out decoys. You're getting prepped. You're getting ready. Depending on where you're hunting at, um, ducks either are already landing on the pond or they're landing in the water, wherever you're at, and you may not be paying attention to the dog, which is ultimately your fetch to go get your birds, so that you're not creating a whole bunch of noise for the birds that are flying over, and they're not paying attention to the dog. They're as much as they are to you if you were to stand up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, anyways, there were ducks already shot. Dog was already in the water. And then somebody decided to shoot at what they thought was a live bird in the water. And they shot at a decoy, and the
Mm.
dog was in the water. And the dog had pellets all in his neck.
Peppered. Oh.
Luckily, and if it wasn't for the thick
Yeah,
leather collar that he had on the dog,
yeah.
dog probably would have died.
Aw.
But he had BBs in his head and
Mm,
all around his
poor little.
skin, underneath the
How
skin.
did he recover afterwards? Like, did he
Dog's
have,
name is Drake, if you know who I'm talking about.
did the dog have PTSD or anything? Like, did he have, like, was he able to go back out and continue to do what he was trained to do?
Well, I
Not
mentioned the
like
dog's
after,
so I
not,
mentioned the dog's name. Did you not catch it?
uh,
Drake.
I, I don't know.
Big black dog.
CC Stud Services?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. So, has he been able to go, like, hunt after he's
Oh, yeah.
healed and everything? Like, he still wants to hunt? Like, that didn't
Absolutely.
traumatize him?
No.
Okay.
By the way, I've tried to steal this dog so many times.
Well, you took Max out there and they were like, "We wanna keep him." No.
Yeah.
I mean, but now I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
He has become such a bully. Such a freaking bully.
To the other dog, yeah.
And I thought getting him fixed was going to help with that, and it's just made it worse.
I need to get him out, and maybe this will help. Get him out alone. It might make things worse. I don't know. Right now, he's very like
He thinks he's a
he runs the
toy.
house.
He thinks he's a toy, and he's not a
No,
toy.
but at the same time, he thinks he runs this house in full effect.
Yes.
Even to like, okay, River, you get no attention.
Yeah.
River comes up for attention, I'm gonna butt you out of the way.
And River's like, okay, and sad.
Yeah. So it gotten to the point where I'm just like, get out of the way, Max, and I let River come up.
Well, and Max has been spending more time in his kennel, and River's been out of the kennel,
Yeah.
which maybe is creating more of a behavioral thing because he's like, "Why are you free range and I'm not?" I
Why are
don't
you
know.
treating me this way? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a dog psychologist, and we're probably doing something wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. But I am, once we get some other things launched and everything, I do want to send him to your
Oh
friends
yeah, JC.
and just let him spend maybe the off season there.
Yeah,
And
JC's phenomenal at what he does. He's so good at it. And I
yeah,
don't
so
think
if any of our DFW friends that are watching this have dogs that need to be trained, hit us up, like private message us, and
JC is the
hook you up.
guy. Yeah, he runs a top-notch facility.
You know what would be good is probably have him on one of the business podcasts.
He's actually already been on the Feral Business Owner podcast.
Has he?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well,
Yeah.
go check that one out, and then you'll find out who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a really good guy.
So many podcasts to keep up with. So
yeah,
and so many conversations that I'm not even going to try and remember.
right.
Like if I want to go back and revisit it, I'll just go watch it.
Mm-hmm. True story. Yeah.
There's just so much content, honey.
There is a lot of content. What is content? Content is a digital.
Well, how many times have you been asked that question?
What is content? How many times a day do you say the word content?
Can you make the lip and say that at the same time?
Can you tell me what content is? I don't understand what's content.
What's content?
Can you tell me what content is?
Yes, I can.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I get that all the
It
time.
is content is what you make it.
Content is what you consume digitally. Commercials.
Home is where you
shorts.
make it.
Like it's a digital. It's what you're consuming digitally. That's like the most simplest way to tell you what content is.
Whatever you scroll on, that is content.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever platform it may be, she's looking at content.
Mm-hmm.
We're making content. You're watching content. That is what content is.
Content is content is content is content.
Yes. All right. So, what else you got? Just glitch?
Oh, wait.
Oh, I didn't know if that was a glitch.
Nah, there's a glitch in the matrix.
Processors are not processing.
The processors are processing. Boom, boom.
Did you get another
yeah, so
inquiry?
we've gotten dating a sheriff's wife. No idea what that's about.
Let's date. Hang on.
Dating a sheriff's wife.
Is that from HS?
From HS.
Put the.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's the initials. H.
Oh.
S.
No. And then somebody else said marriage, most importantly, a non-toxic marriage. And then somebody said Oprah Winfrey's death rays. They're talking about the fires in Maui. And then someone said, talk about snow blindness in cats.
Talk about what?
Snow blindness in cats.
Hell is that?
I don't know. And like when he said that, I was like,
now we're gonna have to
now
look
I gotta
this
go
shit
look
up.
that shit up. Like, what
Thanks a lot.
The fuck is this?
All right, let's talk about Oprah capitalizing on Maui.
Snow blindness.
Do you think that it's right
in-
that anybody is trying to capitalize, especially celebrities that have a secondary home there that are not there currently, nor do they spend most of their time there? Do you think it's okay that they're actually out there and trying to capitalize on this?
Talk to you about snow blindness and cats.
So
Affecting
you're
more and more cats
you're
every
not
year.
interested in the
And it scares
conversation.
the
Hang on.
shit out of us.
It's a Talladega Nights reference that they were
Oh.
talking about. Sorry. I had looked it up and that's the first thing that popped up. I didn't know that's an outtake from Talladega Nights. That's funny. Okay. But yeah, the whole Maui situation's awful and it makes you why does Oprah feel the need to own so much of Hawaii?
Conspiracy.
Right? That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Also, there's been other conspiracies around the fact that the government has these ways to start wildfires with magnifying glasses.
Well, that's what they were talking about, her death rays.
So, do you think it's the government or do you think it's the Oprah? Or do you think it's a combination of both?
Well, okay, so let's talk about my hair is just bothering me this evening. Let's also talk about how much farmland Bill Gates owns and is that suspicious?
Where at?
I can do some quick research. This is
Are you
something.
talking about in Maui?
No, I'm not. Like we're talking about conspiracies and I
Well, you went down conspiracy road. We were talking about wildfires at Maui and Oprah.
yeah, and that's a conspiracy. And then you said conspiracy theory by with the death rays of the magnifying glass and then starting wildfires. And then I was like, hey, did you also know? Like, and I said, why does Oprah need to own so much land? And then my brain went, you know who else owns an astronomical large amount of land that like, and on top of that, the type of land of which he owns is farmland. So is he why does he need to own farmland and why does he need to own so much of it? And why is he controlling the farmland? There again, this goes back to our conversation we had yesterday. You don't have to be president to control the United States.
No, you don't. You don't have to be a president to control anything. You don't have to be the emperor. You don't have to be the king. You don't have to be. I mean, what was Osama?
The Microsoft co-founder is considered the largest private owner of farmland in the United States. 269,000 acres across a dozen states, according to last year's edition of Land Reported, an annual survey of the nation's largest landowners. He owns the most farmland. I think that's sus. Why? What is he doing with it? Why you gotta be so loud? He's something else. So that's just something for me that I'm like, that's interesting to me. Why? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Says Yahoo Finance says he finally explains why. Conspiracy theory owns 80% of all of US farmland. The rest of his 11th ask me anything. Bill Gates asked us no questions. Why are you buying up so much farmland? Do you think this is a problem with billionaire wealth? And how can you disproportionately acquire? He responded, I own 1/4,000th of the farmland in the United States. I've invested in these farms to make them more productive and create more jobs. This isn't a grand scheme involved. In fact, all of these decisions are made by a professional investment team. While Gates spends billions investing in agricultural properties to make them more productive, a growing number of retail investors are getting a piece of the real estate market with as little as $100. I don't even know what that's about. Pretty crazy. Like I don't necessarily know that I trust Bill Gates. Why you buy so much land? Why'd you pop out of the podcast? What are you doing? I'm going to send this via text message. Beep. Beep. All right, let's pick the next topic. The suspicious laugh that I just heard was cute. Oh my goodness, I got a reply. I dropped my phone. Oh, I'm having a hard time picking a topic. The sacrifice of valuing each other's viewpoints. That is true. That is 100% true. Let's see what his video reply says. Yeah, really. Yeah. Why do your poops always happen like in like not the best time? Like you'll be in the car pickup line and you'll be like, "Oh my god, I have to shit. I'm shit right now." And then you get home and you duck walking inside to the toilet. Like you're always doing something. Like I don't get it. Saw this post about temperatures on school buses in the afternoon. Send water bottles with your kids. Oh my gosh. Yeah, in Tennessee, this is crazy. It was 127 inside of a school bus. And that's probably with the AC running because they have, um, I mean, at least in Texas, like we have AC inside of our buses, but it doesn't keep up. Even my Jeep. So I drive a 2019 Jeep Wrangler. Love her. She does not keep up. Like it's just not, I would imagine a school bus being as insulated as my Jeep, which it's not. It's not as insulated as a car. And it's hot. Like it just can't keep. And then when it's 100 and even sitting in the shade, it's 117 or 112 degrees. It's and so I don't even like taking Miles with me. Usually I let Jason take him because it's just too freaking hot.
I'm gonna come back in and expose some things about you since you want to talk shit.
Not talking shit about you. Oh my goodness. How many people do the like clothing outfit ordering? Like in which company do you guys like the most? I've been getting a lot of notifications of different clothing subscription boxes. Like I've seen Stitch Fix, I've seen Wantable, I've seen Daily Look.
Yes,
I wasn't even gonna ask.
I mean, yes, I feel better.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. You know? Duck walking. There's no duck walking. I prefer to call it the penguin dance.
The penguin dance. I didn't know penguins made that sound.
That's the sound I make.
What sounds do penguins make?
Oh my gosh. We are definitely squirrel nut tonight.
Yeah. There's no set structure for this podcast
So did you talk
at
about
all.
Did you talk about the school bus?
I did.
Bullshit.
I did. 127 degrees. And I was talking about how I can understand because even my Jeep's not keeping up.
No. But the poor children.
Yeah.
And what do you get? You get to roll a window down, and then the bus
Well
driver, you get to hear it from the bus driver. Roll it, put your window back up.
well, like, here's the deal, like, even at our AC I remember being a kid and riding home on the school bus. They have AC, don't get me wrong, there's AC
Yeah, but
running, but it's just not
it's a
gonna keep up.
freaking metal box.
It's not gonna no, it's not gonna keep up. No. Those poor babies.
In some buses, and you're freezing right now.
I am.
Let me grab your blanket.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's going to require me
Oh,
cutting your camera off.
it's okay, I'll grab it because it's easier for me too. If you wanna go to your camera, I can grab my
Well, it's
blanket.
not going to get. You can get it out of your camera. If I go to my camera, you're still going to jump in front of it. I know it seems weird, and actually, I've thought about this because we like to talk to each other sitting on the couch. So I've thought about putting my camera over there and yours over here.
Yeah, I've thought about that too.
I was thinking about that last night, actually.
Well, and to that point, I know that we've got some things underneath the table that need to be installed. And in order for that camera angle to get what you're wanting,
Well, and that's one of the things I wanted you to order. It's a longer HDMI.
I
It's a
was
30
just,
footer
I was just,
because we're going to need at least 30 feet to get from there to there properly.
yeah, I was just talking about like the camera and the painting because there's that curtain that needs
Oh,
to be
yeah.
installed.
Yeah, that wall needs to be painted.
I painted the last one
Yeah.
and you didn't like the way I did it.
I didn't say I didn't like the way you did it.
You don't like the holes. They drive you crazy.
Those holes drive me crazy
Those holes
because we
drive you
shoot
crazy.
content on that wall
Yeah, we do.
standing up.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I could do though?
What?
I haven't thought about this yet, but I'm now just thinking of this.
Hmm.
You know how I have those black bar stools out in the garage?
Yeah.
That would put your head lower for you to sit on a bar stool.
Yeah.
But not be so down on a
Oh,
chair.
yeah, not like sitting on a chair, but like something else.
Like you could have a foot on a step on a bar stool, and they're black top bar stools,
Yeah.
and they're silver, and yet just give a little bit of contrast on it
Yeah. I feel
for you to
so
be in like jeans and a t-shirt or something.
Oh, yeah, like a grunge vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
could
even
totally
just
see
a
that.
blue collar vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
ordered some things last night that I think will work great for that vibe. For you, actually.
Mm.
Ordered you some things.
I feel and to that, I feel very unprepared going into this California thing. And I'm also disappointed in the fact that we made the decision to not go to the second event in September.
I'm not, because I know that there will be more at the right time.
Okay.
And the money is does
Better
not
allocated to something else. I understand.
Yes.
I
We
understand.
have to spend money properly in the right format in order to
Excel this
have
rocket.
it and even have it be beneficial.
I understand.
Like there's a time and place in every business to spend that money. And we haven't even been able to recoup, this room yet. So
No.
that's what I think is some of the
Before I go to
some
bed.
of the holdback that I have on going to the second one is the fact that I want to take all of this stuff to the first one
Mhm.
and then see what kind of turnaround I can get. Even if I can get one of these setups, one of these setups, I mean, one of these cameras paid for, if I could get the return just on one of these cameras out of this event, I would be happy.
Mhm. Yeah. I agree.
Like this stuff right here, and I'm sorry, I'll change because y'all can't see. I apologize. Hang on.
It's okay.
Because I need to give a reference to what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it. Otherwise, what the hell am I talking about it for? I do like that I'm able to go either iPad or my phone because I'm not holding a big ass iPad in my hand, and it looks like I'm just looking at my phone.
Yeah.
So I don't care if we get money back on this stuff, mic stuff, headphone stuff. Like that's part of the investment.
Yeah.
The lights part of the investment.
Right.
Yeah, the cameras are part of the investment too, but they are the largest part of the investment.
There's a lot of money sitting right there.
Yeah. The cameras, the lenses, the tripods,
And I spoiled you and got you a new one.
and the audio and video mixing stuff. That's just all of everything past that point
Yeah.
that y'all can't see, but we've showed you behind the scenes
Mhm.
and the short form stuff. There's just so much there.
Mhm.
And I'm not expecting to get the little things back.
Yeah.
Nor like even the couch, the sofa. It is what it is. Right. But
Mhm.
in order, if we could get just the camera equipment paid for, I would be more than happy.
Yeah. I agree.
And I don't think that's hard to do.
No, I don't either. And also too, with that large social media thing we've got coming up, I'm really excited about that.
Well,
I think that's gonna turn our heads a little bit more.
that will get CSG, I think, in full force. I think that'll also get the Jennifer Clements in full force.
Yeah. I'm
And I'm a
very
little bit scared to a certain degree about that, given the fact that we're launching a whole another big thing.
Yeah.
That those two are going to take off in the middle of launching the third big thing
Yeah.
at the same time. I'm
I
really
don't
not
even
scared
No, I'm not either.
because we operate under pressure really well.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that I need and we need and you're going to need, whether you've realized it yet or not, I'm not sure, but we're going to need the other space that we've been talking about in order to be
Yes.
successful with
with
all
everything.
three at the
Yeah.
same time.
I agree. This is
We
not gonna
can't go from this
No.
to that to that to that to that and
No.
move all over the place.
Yeah.
Even though I do want to keep it set up here for certain we may have to buy it, and that's why I'm saying, it
Yeah.
would be great if we could cover a camera
Mhm.
because we can do this on one camera.
Yeah,
Here.
because we could obviously keep the lights or keep a light or whatever and go down to a more simplistic setup and then
Yeah.
just record to a card and then just us do like the wireless mics and be fine. Like, and that'd be totally 100%
Absolutely.
fine. So yeah, I agree.
Or even, I mean, if worst case scenario, we could do it to the third phone
Yeah.
that we. All right. So for those of you that don't know, hold it up. We have 3 devices on purpose, right?
Yeah.
So phone number 3 is meant to be a camera
Mhm.
and to hold all
Content.
of the shit for either behind the scenes or, just like right now. That could be like, what's up? What up with it?
What's poppin'?
This is day number 7 of 100. Boom.
7.
Sorry. Cut you off.
You're good.
But that's what it's for. And so we have a ring light that we can set this up on. We have tripods we can set this up on. This takes great video.
It does.
We also have, and this is great for anybody that's wanting to shoot their own short form or long form content. You don't have to have
No.
the amount of money that's in this room to do this.
You don't.
You don't have to have the audio switcher. You don't have to have
No.
the video switcher.
No.
You can do all this from your phone.
Yeah.
I do highly suggest investing in some good quality lights because lighting is everything in
This industry.
in the scene, in any form of content. This is a Bluetooth remote control. It will Bluetooth to a camera. It will also Bluetooth to an Android or an Apple device.
Yes. Get one.
It's
Get one. I recommend it. Get one.
and even like, all right. So
And to
I'll
that,
I'll talk about why or how I discovered this, if you don't mind. I won't get too like.
go for it.
I discovered this by wondering how in the hell are you taking long videos of yourself without ever touching the fucking phone? Do you have cameras? Do you have somebody else shooting it for you? Like, who else is there? Is there somebody else there?
You were very concerned.
And all I got a picture of was what's his name? Did he have a name?
Who?
This guy.
Oh no! But he was red. I have a red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a red one. Matter of fact, you found it in the bathroom the other day.
I did. I'm like, oh, so he's back.
Yeah. Yeah. So a
But
ring light. So okay, so there was a boudoir photographer or is a boudoir photographer that I follow on TikTok who's like so many her challenges are like so many sexy day poses whatever to keep your spouse engaged or whatever. So it's not the same booty pic all the time. And so I'd been following her for a minute while I was single because I was just like I love her because she's about body positivity at any size. Her herself, she's a larger woman. But she shares her body positivity and I love that about her. And so I was following her tips and tricks on like how to pose yourself, how to breathe, like all of this stuff. Like really really loving what it is that she was putting out because yeah, she's a boudoir photographer and people book her because she's a boudoir photographer, but she's not like gatekeeping her secrets on how to pose. Like she's not gatekeeping her secrets on lighting. She's not and because she knows that if you want her quality, you're still going to go to her. You're not going to be able to get her quality on your camera. Like it's just not going to happen. You're not
no.
going to have the same like she knows that. But what she's willing to do is say, "Hey honey, if you can't afford me or you're not there yet or you want to feel better about yourself or you want to send a little spicy something, like I can help you with that." And like she's awesome. I freaking love her for this. And I need to go look her up cuz I haven't seen her for a minute on my TikTok. But um yeah, and so that's where I learned and you have a very nice gallery.
Oh, do I?
I feel like you do have a very nice gallery.
I do have a nice gallery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was taking these
Hang on.
pictures.
Hang on before I switch cameras. I think for the males watching, because I had no idea even what the word boudoir meant
Mm.
until I met you. I think you should give some reference to the word boudoir
Oh, okay.
because I don't think every male or even every female knows what the word boudoir even stands for.
Yeah. So boudoir photography is basically your sexual intimate photos. So whether it's lingerie, whether it's a sweater, it's pictures of whatever makes you feel sexy. So for some women, and I do social media marketing for 204 Boudoir, and so I see a ton of different variety of what makes people feel sexy because she's not just for women; she does couples and she does men as well. And so I see
Does she?
yeah. So when I see males, I see, or when I see not just male pictures, but when I see like all pictures, when I say people, I'm because I see all. She does
All people.
all people. She's not like exclusive by any means, but I mean, you've got the girl next door look, which is like the sweaters and the knee high socks. You've got the body suits. You've got the mesh. You've got firefighter, like they're wearing their husband who's a firefighter. They're wearing his jacket or his helmet, or it's just a cowboy hat. Like there's so many different levels of sexy and what women portray as sexy, and what also makes them feel comfortable. Which when you're comfortable, you feel sexy. So there's many levels for boudoir. But ultimately, for me, boudoir, it means your sexy, intimate pictures that it's no different. It's like an upscale booty shot, like an upscale naked pic or that you would send to your significant other or for yourself.
And for all of you guys out there that are not telling your women that they're sexy or even having the conversation of what your idea of sexy is on them, I highly encourage that,
Absolutely.
because if you're not telling them, they don't know. And if they don't know, how how should you expect them to deliver something that you're seeking if you're not having that conversation with them, right?
Mhm.
So, what is your idea of sexy as a man for your woman? You, at one time or another, have thought that your woman was sexy, right? You had to have. Something attracted you to her, and you felt like she was sexy. That can also change and develop into other things. It doesn't have to go back to the original thought of where everything started and what made you attracted to that person as far as sexy goes, right?
Right.
That can evolve into lingerie, it can evolve into so many different things, but if you're not telling your woman that she's sexy and every moment that you feel like she's sexy in, how's she going to know, bro?
Yeah. And I've even seen some where their sexy is a jersey, like an athlete's jersey, whether it's football or baseball or
Just a
basketball,
jersey and
jersey in general, like
socks.
yeah, like whatever. Or they are an intellectual person and so they like the whole library look of glasses and reading or whatever. And a lot of times too is it's like the women are doing this for them. They're not even going to present them to their spouse or their person or whatever. They are legit
Man, that happens a lot.
or maybe they are single and they're doing this just for them.
It happens a lot that they're self-confident in the fact that they're afraid to show it to their spouse, like,
Mhm.
and I think that happens a lot.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I know because I know the person that does this. I don't know the clientele,
Mhm.
but I know the person that does this, and I know that this is something that is happening frequently because their spouse is not delivering that information, in which I just did.
Right.
You guys got to tell your woman that she's sexy.
Mhm. Or like,
And if
hey,
you don't think she's sexy, well, then maybe you need to tell her that too.
something and okay, so that opens a whole nother conversation to me is is that when you no longer find your spouse sexy, is that a time to call the relationship off? Is that something you can get back?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah.
When you no longer find your spouse sexy, is that something you can get back? I
Mhm.
absolutely think that that is something that you can get back,
Mhm.
as long as you have a, again, I'm going to go back to foundations. As long as you have a strong foundation in your relationship, absolutely, there shouldn't be anything that you can't get back out of your relationship if you have a strong foundation. If you have a weak foundation and you do not have communication and you do not have certain things, then the answer to that question is no.
What if you have so do you even think like you can have a strong enough foundation that your foundation can withstand like infidelity?
For me, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
For me, that is a no.
Yeah.
Infidelity, because I've lived it, and granted, I was the one that did it first, and
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit it. I have no problem admitting my faults,
Right.
and so many of you do.
Yeah. So I was also thinking about this about because I was thinking about politicians and everything, and because election season is coming up upon us
Yeah.
because next year is voting year, right? And then everything that's going on with former presidents right now and things like that. It's like how much further ahead would politicians be if instead of having a um like crisis management team, they just came out with all of their fucking dirty laundry. Like, what if they just what if they
What,
address
aired it before
right? Like,
they
what if they
decided to run for office?
exactly, yeah. Like, what if they were just like, "Hey, I'm gonna run for office, and you guys are gonna do as much fucking digging as possible. Here
So
it all is."
why don't you go and create a podcast first, air it out on a podcast, much like this, and then whenever shit unfolds,
Yeah,
you could be like, "Well, I recorded this years ago.
yeah.
Um,
That's what I'm
why are you attacking me now?"
That's what I'm getting at. Like, I could just almost see, like, in a press conference, like, all the cameras going off and all the triggers and the clicks and the flashes and everything, and, like, one, reporter is like, "Yeah, well, what about your infidelity?" And it's like, "Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, air
I
that shit out.
well, yeah, and to that, in my head, I'm thinking, responding to the news reporter, I'm going, "Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally agree. Infidelity is completely wrong. I did fuck up. It's not something that I would recommend, but I'm going to guess that probably more of the population of the United States has had experience with infidelity and probably relates more so on with that topic. So I'm glad that you brought that up. Yes, I have done it in the past. No, I want to do better for myself, and it's not something that I want to repeat. But thank you for bringing that up. Next question. Like, could you imagine how, like, if we just hit shit fucking head on, like, what fucking dirt would they have?
We
So
don't
many
live
more
in that type of
so
world.
many more people
I
would
wish we
be
did.
like, yeah, me too. But how, like, that's something I challenge for politicians. Like, hit that shit head on.
I don't even challenge it just for politicians. I challenge it for every single person in
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
in
Like,
the world.
own your fuck ups. I own mine. Shit. You do too. You can't be controlled if you own your fuck up. You cannot be manipulated if you own your fuck up.
You can be manipulated if you own your fuck up. Actually, you can continue to be manipulated over the fact that you fucked up and you owned it
Yeah.
because, again, here I am.
Yeah.
Been here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can own the fact that, hey, I fucked up.
Yeah.
And the other person can say, well, I forgive you for this. And
But
never
not
really
really.
forgive you for it.
Right.
And every time that
They're
person
upset.
is pissed, intoxicated, and we've been down this road in a
Yeah.
podcast. Pissed, intoxicated, triggered by a third party that wants to inject their fucking opinion on something because that person instead of communicating with the person they need to be communicating with, which is you,
Mhm.
they're communicating to a friend.
Yep.
And because they're communicating to a friend, probably over drinks, that friend is like, well, why are you still putting up with that shit? And then it comes back home to you and they're like,
I'm
fuck
not
you,
putting up with
motherfucker.
yeah, I'm not
Fuck
putting up
you,
with
piece of fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah.
bro. You decided to forgive me. It's been 10 years past this point, and you still want to hold that shit over my head. Dude,
Mhm.
okay, well, I'm ready to bounce now.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know how many times I said that? A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
You know how many times I didn't bounce? Every time.
Yeah.
Kept putting up with dumb shit.
Oh, don't we all?
Kept getting shit thrown in my face. Literally shit thrown in my face.
Yeah. I just
Not just shit. Sometimes spit.
ugh.
Sometimes other things. Sometimes fists.
Mm-mm. It's not going to happen here, honey.
Again, I don't mind spitting the truth out of my mouth, but don't come back later and say, I forgive you for that. Not
Right.
really.
Yeah. Then why didn't you leave? Did you not leave? And I'm saying this from the person who said, I forgive you. You didn't leave because you were scared. You didn't leave. Like, you thought the only option you had was to say, I forgive you. Like, that's it. That's the only reason you stayed, because you thought that was your only option. Otherwise, you would have packed your shit and you would have hauled ass. But you didn't. You didn't, because you thought it was your only option.
Actually, I offered to leave.
I know. I know, but I'm talking
but
about
I want to say these words.
Mm.
I offered to leave. I offered to pack my shit and walk out the door.
Mm.
I did.
Mhm.
I own my fuck up. I'm caught. I didn't admit to being caught right off the bat,
No,
and here I am saying it.
most don't.
I didn't admit right off the bat, but she knew. The person that it happened with told her. Whenever she told me that, I came clean
Mhm.
and offered to fucking leave as I was getting literally glass pitchers thrown at me and getting cut up by the glass pitchers that were being thrown at me. I'm
Mm-mm.
offering to pack my shit and leave because obviously I don't need to be in this violent situation.
Mm-mm.
And if this is going to
Why did
be,
you offer to leave instead of just leave?
I don't know. I was young. I was
Yeah.
young and dumb.
That actual thought process, like,
There's like,
truly just processed through my head where it's like,
there's a young dumb stage, right?
mhm.
And because you and I both were engaging in relationships
Way before we even fucking needed to be.
way too soon in life.
Yeah.
Way too soon in life.
Will you check on the baby?
I have been. It pops up every once in a while.
Okay. Thank you.
It's 69 degrees in our room.
Yeah.
It's nice and chilly.
Yeah. Well, he's got a
Sleep sack on.
he's got his jammies and a sleep sack, so he's perfectly warm.
No, it's
And
warmed up to 70. Nah, it's back to 69.
well, and I have his
I didn't know that it showed the temperature on there. I like that.
yes, yeah. Well, and I have all of his stats on,
Oh,
which
he's got a sock on it too.
he does have his sock on, and I'm so incredibly, and he's oxygenating really well tonight. I'm super grateful for that. This was actually the very first because
He should sleep better tonight.
he should sleep better tonight. This was the first, and he hasn't woken up since he's been down.
Mm-mm.
And it tells me if
And
he's
this is actually, this is him growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, major milestone today for Milestone. Maybe we should go back and change his middle name
No,
to Stone.
that would be really cool, though. What's your name? That's such a strong name, though, honey. That is a super strong
Maybe
name.
we should go back and change the middle name.
Milestone. Maybe
Right?
Like that's like a what's the guy from 50 Shades of Grey? What's his name?
Oh, don't get me lying.
I can't remember, but like he has such a strong name. Like I feel like my name is Miles. Milestone. MSM. It's a strong name.
Yeah.
I like it. Anyways, I like his name too now though, but I
do
don't mind.
too.
I don't mind changing it if you want to. I don't care. I'm here for it. I support you.
What were we talking about?
His milestones in growing.
Oh, yeah. So his milestone and him growing. So I think he's ultra wore out today because he started crying.
Yeah.
Not
Like crawling.
like he started crawling a couple of days ago, but
Mm-hmm.
he's actually moving across the entire room
Mm-hmm.
and into the next room now.
Mm-hmm.
And so his confidence is there today.
By the end of the week, I think he's going to be following us into rooms. Like I think we'll turn around and he'll be like right there in the kitchen. Like I
Which is
cannot.
why we got to get this room taped down.
Yeah, we do need to get a tape down for him.
And barricades.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to have to build barricades. We need baby gates.
Mm-hmm. Especially for in the kitchen.
Like we could baby gate him into that area if it was clean. The dog in and out
Oh, yeah.
area,
Mhm.
and let that be a little play area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Oh, you're talking about like just right here?
Right outside the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For him. So
Yeah.
that we could leave the door open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby gate here, baby gate there, and then he's got that whole area to play in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you could put a mat down or whatever
Yeah.
for him. Yeah. And then we could let the dogs in and out from our room and
Yeah.
not right there.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not.
And,
But we also
sometimes I
have
have good ideas.
Yeah, you do. But
We
we
do
also
have a pack and
I was
play,
gonna
but
say, but we
that's
also
not
have the pack and play.
enough room for him to crawl.
No, it's not.
And crawl in circles, or little baby NASCAR.
Maybe NASCAR. Yeah. So, and then I love I'm so proud of his little area that I set up for him. I love it
Yeah,
so
you did great.
much. Yeah,
But even we need a baby gate from kitchen to there,
we do.
and keep the dogs out of trampling on him while he's down.
Mm-hmm. Max. Oh, Max does
We
not.
need at least, what I'm gathering right now is at least 2 baby gates.
One significantly large gate to go across the kitchen area. So that's going to be a new thing to get used to.
I think we still have the other one from the other house. I just need to see if it fits.
Yeah, we might.
It's out on the shelf.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
huge things happening for our baby boy.
For him, yeah. But you were getting at like you think this is him like actually.
I think this is wearing him out to where I think he's going to start sleeping through the night.
Yeah.
At least I am hopeful for that,
Yeah, me too.
especially with all of the upcoming stuff and
Yeah.
his
That
babysitter.
that was one of the things that I was like, we're leaving town and he doesn't have a schedule. Like it would be nice to be able to write down like and with the other kids. I was able to do that. Like we had a nanny and I was able to be like, this is their schedule, this is their routine. He does not have that.
No.
He just goes by whatever. And here's the other problem is because he room shares with us, the kids just feel like they can go in there and wake him up. Like they want to see him, they wake him up. They like,
Yeah.
that's on us, not anything that they are doing. That's on us. And I also feel bad because they only get him 7 days at a time. So, yeah, that's on me.
Yeah, that's got to stop.
It does. And then to that, when they come into our room and he is napping, because usually when he's napping, we will get in bed to just, relax or work from that area. And
When we can.
Yeah. They're so loud. They come in there and they just want to talk
like
regularly.
weekends. So
Yeah.
we're not the typical or even traditional couple because we do a lot. We just do a lot together. Not saying that you guys don't, but we work all weekend. We legit work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And way more than 40 hours a week. I could start a clock if y'all really wanted to learn how much time we work. But I think your head would explode if you actually saw the analytics behind the amount of work. I could do a start stop every time we start stop. And you all would probably be like, how are y'all alive?
Mm-hmm.
How are y'all still together? How are y'all? You would have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's always something working in the back of my brain. So I was giving Miles a bath and I'm writing dress code policy for the new office for the new business.
It's not just
I'm
you
not,
either.
I'm not exaggerating.
It's me doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm on my if I've got a chance where I'm by myself, where you're by yourself and I'm by myself. All right, where's the office going to be at? Let's check this out. All right, I found this truck. I found this van. I found this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit.
So
I need to go create a company
in
policy.
yes.
Fuck. Hang on. I meant to add that to the pricing guide. Hang on.
Yeah.
Gotta go back. Oh, shit. I need to add this to the website
Mm-hmm.
and make a note of that. We need to do this on the podcast tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. I knew I forgot to put that on the calendar. We've got a podcast tomorrow for Construction Solutions Group. It's like this all day long, every single day.
Yeah. Speaking of which, do we have a notes? I don't think we have a notes that we share for vet. Do we have a notes that we share
No,
for
we have
vet?
a Notion document.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I revealed a secret, and if y'all didn't pick up on it, shame on you.
Okay.
Typically, I don't name drop
No, you don't.
softwares because they're top secret. Just kidding. Only top secret until I release them. Huh. Interesting.
Hmm.
I have 2 different things that came through on one of these. Necesito trabajo. Same, bro. Need work. And what's this guy say? What's your name?
Yeah, so that's something that I needed to put in the document was that we need, or I need to, or whoever. I was just thinking that since my mindset was that I want to have an office dress code because I'm going to have a dress code for the technicians out in the field. And I think we are going to just do, because the last company, like the guys ultimately loved the t-shirts. And I feel
Yeah.
like for now we're just going to do t-shirts because they loved them so much.
By the way, what was the brand of the really soft ones?
Oh, I have all that information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the really soft ones is what I want to roll with.
Yeah.
And I didn't show you this, and I don't know if you want it to be a surprise or not, but
I like surprises.
I know you do, but I'm going to show it to you anyways.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I bought you something last night
Did you?
for our trip,
Okay.
which I thought was better than all the other ones that I was showing you,
Okay.
but I didn't show you this one.
Oh, I love that. That looks so good. I love that a lot. Thank you, honey.
I just thought it was fitting for you.
It is. And now
And
that,
then there's kind of the fit.
yeah, I like the fit. Um, it's almost fitting because now it's like for somewhere I feel like I need to get a lion because I've got the phoenix, I've got the butterfly, I've got the water. I feel like,
For those of you that don't know, we have at least 2 logos that are lions,
yes, we do.
and they're both different brands,
They are two different brands. Yeah,
and they're both different lions.
they are. They are. Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a lion tattoo, but it's not. It's somewhat symbolic for me, but not as much as it is for you.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I don't know what I would want it to look like, but I know. I just know I've got enough realty space open that I could put something somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do on this arm 100%, other than I've seen a lot of. So obviously, I've got the astronaut in the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've thought about just kind of going full
Space.
space theme,
Mm-hmm.
and I think even this stuff would integrate.
Oh yeah, the astrological signs.
And I have the sun on this arm too.
Mm-hmm. That
And
makes
so
sense.
everything would kind of
Yeah.
flow. I just got to find the pieces to tie in.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I really want it like as shaded and detailed as all of this,
Mm-hmm.
as much as I want it kind of sporadically spread out and still have like skin.
Mm-hmm. Peekaboo.
Yeah, not like just completely shaded in.
Like this arm.
Yeah,
Like this
not
one for
completely
me.
shaded in.
Yeah. Well, and to that, like I want
But I don't know how much different, like, I just don't know how much different it would look not having the depth on both arms either.
Yeah. Yeah.
The contrast.
For my son, I want to go back because your moon is so large. I want to go and have more of the Mandela work put behind my son
Yeah.
so that it's significantly larger.
And
And
our sons are somewhat the same
mhm,
to a certain degree.
mhm.
My son has a different meaning behind it. But nevertheless, it's still,
Yeah.
they look very similar.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So before we go to bed tonight, tomorrow morning by 9 a.m., my deck is due for my stage time.
All right, then. Well, it's nice talking to you guys tonight. And this will wrap up 100.7.
Yeah. Right at
And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow way.
Tomorrow ways.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Well, I guess
You better get your little switcheroo out there.
that what I'm working on here.
Okay. It was nice talking to y'all tonight. I know we kind of just, like we always do, with a little zigzag, we wab, bob, and boop. But here we are.
Yeah. So, if you will.
Fade me out, baby.
Oh, okay. Bye.